This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Thursday, November 21st, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so we got a lot of good stuff that's going on out there. Definitely a few show of hands. The first thing I'm going to be looking at is CGC. So it's been on a kind of a rip since the other day, and we can see coming into this morning, I'm not really anything too crazy around the 18 level, but then 1850, we got a little bit of a show of hand early this morning, right before 8. And then just right now at 19, we can see a nice little show of hand coming back in there. One thing to kind of keep in mind a little bit is it has been acting a little bit as an exception this morning. So just keep that in mind as we watch things go. But we're definitely going to be, once the market kind of comes closer to the open, going to be expecting a pullback under 19 before going up and testing that 20 level. Next thing looking at is SCHW. So SCHW, we can see beautiful move towards that upside. But once again, if we look at the actual volume on that move up, it just was not there at all. But we started coming into this consolidation a little bit underneath the 50. You can see 49.50. We have some nice ass prints there. And other than that, not really anything else. And once again, 49.50, that's just really not enough compared to how many prints we're actually seeing coming in. 3.1 million shares and then 3 prints, that's just not going to do it for us. So sitting in that consolidation, once again, coming up all that way on absolutely no volume, I would not be surprised to see selling coming in and end up bringing this thing back down towards to where it started, right around that 45 area. Next thing looking at is HEPA. All right. So coming up, yes, CGC was first. Coming up, you can see we are getting some decent new buying, but not as much as I would really would expect. And then at that 4 level, we didn't really get much, and that's one of the reasons we've seen it jump up above. So overall, towards these highs, without getting new buying coming in, we're going to end up seeing this thing come right back down into this consolidation, and then obviously Kiss of Death is going to be right below, pretty much that 360, right in that 360 area. So needs new buying desperately for this thing to be able to continue. Next one is M. Now, M, I am not a huge fan of at all. Okay, this thing is going to trade a ton of shares. It's already got 3.8 million, and you can see it's just not an easy read for the most part. Okay, you're going to get a huge amount of prints, but then you're also going to get a huge amount of bid prints, and then a huge amount of ask prints, then a huge amount of bid prints. You can see right here at that 1440, we definitely got some nice prints coming in around 1450, but then once again, you kind of get that selling that comes in afterwards. So I'm going to need a little bit more to come in to make it, any clear in any type of way so far. I mean, it's going to be a harder stock to be able to read. All right, then I also have on my side list E-Trade. So E-Trade, you can see right here at that 43 level, even though we've taken a pretty big hit, not a pretty big hit. I mean, from 45.86 where it closed down to 43, not anything too crazy. But you can see we are definitely getting, that covering coming in at 43. I'm going to keep it on my side list. I'm just interested. You can see 43.50, 44. There has been a lot of ass prints on its way down. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. But once again, it does not look like a long. It's pretty much that same type of deal. Yeah, PDD, I was looking at this morning. Definitely a stock to keep your eye on, but there's nothing going on. There's nothing to even be looking at right now yet. There's better stuff out there for us to actually be able to trade and set up a game plan going into this morning rather than just waiting. There will be a trade there, but there's just better stuff. And then other than that, guys, I think that's about it. PLAN, let's take a look. Plan. This right here. No, absolutely not. We have way better things going on this morning than to be looking at plan. Absolutely not. Sorry about that, but I understand there's some prints in there, but that doesn't really matter. Is it going to trade once it comes in? All right, guys. So remember, we have got class at 10. I'll be shooting out the link shortly, so make sure you look out for that. Otherwise, I will talk to everyone in the chat and have